fucking them both. Bit of he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
First down,
play action. It's Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenneth Murray from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Lawrence to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jonathan Allen, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Lawrence. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly they're still short for 4th.
Let's go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way to the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, no. Yo.
Going up the middle, Foster. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
brings up 2nd and 2.
They keep it in the hands of Foster. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Ravens had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season. season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
Second and a couple. Now Foster running left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads with first and goal.
And that's a really energizing offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
They run up the middle with Foster. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And the Ravens strike first and 3's in. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Going up top for Miller. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Donald Parham, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, Browns 0.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. give left to Hyde. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far with this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only like 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Lawrence will throw. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle, high. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Lawrence, eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds. So it'll be a loss on the play. I can almost see inside his face mesh there. A look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost...
And that's caught inside the 35. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And the tight end goes in motion left. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Ravens' 33-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. That'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Hyde is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Lawrence. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Trevor Lawrence. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their advantage. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Touchdown, Browns. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. yards. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Chark. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Jackson on first down. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on. And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 35-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Play action. It's Jackson. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. That's once again complete to Chark. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From midfield now, Lawrence. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And we're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
They run it again with Hyde. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On first down, Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Lawrence. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook. But they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Jackson on first down. Open man, here's Foster. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. They go play action with Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
Now Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And they're going to speed things up here. 1st and goal, Foster. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. A 10th carry for Hyde. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. How about this? He's to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Browns have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, middle.
Jackson now. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Bring it back. Eso, muchachos, eso. Break it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jonathan Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action with Lawrence. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And now here's another interception. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was.
On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got